If you're tired of bitter grainy matcha, this video is for you. Ever wondered why the matcha you make at home doesn't taste like the one you get at your favorite cafes? Today, I'm going to show you 4 ways to upgrade the matcha lattes you make at home so you can enjoy umami-filled, silky smooth matcha lattes that taste just like the ones you get at your favorite cafes. First of all, you want to make sure you're whisking your matcha and not stirring it with a spoon. Matcha powder is made by grinding tea leaves, so unlike instant powders, they don't dissolve in water. That's why you'll need a whisking method to ensure that your matcha is suspended in water. These are the 3 methods we recommend to use when whisking your matcha. First, the traditional whisking method. Second, using an electric frother. And lastly, using a shaker bottle. If you're interested, check out our video where we highlight the pros and cons of each method. Tip number 2, choose the right matcha. Not all matcha is made the same, so how do you tell good quality from bad quality? First, you want to look at color. Good quality matcha is usually vibrant green, whereas bad matcha is typically a dull or yellowish green. Next, you want to consider taste. Good quality matcha is typically not bitter, whereas bad quality matcha is usually quite bitter. Finally, you also want to consider texture. What this means is that good quality matcha is ground smoothly such that it gives you a smooth drink. Bad quality matcha is usually ground unevenly or ground to a large size. As a result, you'll get a grainy, clumpy matcha latte. Tip number 3, you want to get your ratios right. There isn't a perfect ratio for everyone, but what we want to achieve is consistency. That means if you find something you like, you're able to make the same thing every day. How do you do that? First of all, most people use a weighing scale. This is a cheap kitchen scale that you can get off most e-commerce platforms or at your local store. But we've also developed some tools to help with this. For example, the precision scoop. This scoop measures out about 1 gram of matcha every time. Also, we have a Crafti slow sipping tumbler, which comes with measurements. If the ratio is everything, how do you get started? First, about 1 gram of matcha for every 20 milliliters of water. For 1 serving, that's about 3 grams of matcha with 60 milliliters of water, or about 2 ounces of water. And then add in the same amount of milk. You can vary this depending on what you like to find the perfect ratio for you. Just a quick note about the matcha in cafes. Many cafes sweeten their matcha lattes slightly by default. If that's what you're used to, you might want to add in some liquid sweetener as well, like honey or a syrup of your choice. Tip number 4, presentation. Presentation makes a huge difference, and one of the secrets behind those beautiful matcha lattes that you see in the cafes is layering. Luckily for us, it's something that we can do easily at home. Let me show you how. We start by adding ice to our milk. The ice creates little pockets for the matcha to flow through and also chills the milk, ensuring that the matcha and the milk don't mix immediately. Next, you want to slowly drizzle your matcha over the milk, allowing it to slowly cascade through the ice. If you want an even more pronounced layer, you can try adding less water to your matcha to make an even thicker matcha mixture. Bonus tip, if you want to add an extra oomph to your matcha latte, then you can also add in a creamy, frothy layer on top. Over here, I have 2 ounces or about 50 milliliters of heavy cream. I'm going to whisk it to create that froth. Now that we're done whisking the heavy cream, we'll add it on top of the matcha. And finally, add in a sprinkle of matcha powder for that picture-perfect finish. So there you have it, 4 ways to upgrade your matcha latte. I'm sure these tips will help you take your matcha to the next level. Let us know how these tips work out for you, and we'll see you in the next one.